Hi, second grade. Welcome back to another Foundations lesson with Mrs. Jones. We are in a reteach lesson number 6, so let's go ahead and get started. Yesterday, you learned with Miss Daly the different sounds of long E. We're going to go ahead and review them. But before we get started with that, you will need something to write on and something to write with. If you don't have that at your house, that's okay. You can write it on your tabletop. You can skywrite it, but it would be best if you have something to write on and write with, because we are going to be practicing writing our spellings of long E. Okay, pause this video, go get that, and come on right back. Welcome back. So we have our sounds of long E. We know long E can be spelled using a Y, a E consonant E, and just an E. So this is something inside of your test that you still are struggling with, remembering that there are 3 different ways we can spell long E. If we use a Y for the long E, that happens in a 2-syllable word. You have to say that with me, Miss Jones. In a 2-syllable word, long E is written as a Y. Say that. In a 2-syllable word, a long E is written with a Y. So our examples are like lazy. So lazy, 2 syllables. And we have that E sound at the end. Silly, cozy, empty, candy. Each of those have 2 syllables, and they all have that long E sound at the end, which means that we are writing it with a Y. A less common one is our E consonant E. So this is really when you hear a long E sound in the middle of a word, we know it's going to be an E consonant E. So examples are like Pete, these, compete, Jean. These actually, I had a really hard time coming up with examples just because it really doesn't happen that often. And our last way of using long E is with just an E, and that's to keep the syllable open. So I'm going to wait till my thing disappears at the bottom there. And so like the word delete, even though that's a 2-syllable word, that first part, D, is an open syllable, so we spell it D-E, and then spell the second syllable with that VCE, or E consonant E pattern. So that's a 2-for-1 deal. Me, be, those are all examples of just using E to spell that long E sound. Okay, now for the fun part, getting excited. So when we have these sounds, you're going to echo, and we're going to think, how many syllables are there and which spelling do I need? That's going to be our first part. Then we will tap it and spell it together. Okay, so I have our anchor chart in each of these parts to go ahead and help us. And knowing how many syllables there are is really going to be the way that you're going to know which long E pattern you need. Let's go ahead and get started. So our first word is he. It's, how many syllables is he? Show me on your fingers. Right, it's 1 syllable. So which spelling do I need? I just need a single E. Let's tap it. Fingers up, ready to go. 3, 2, 1. E, he. Let's spell it. H-E. So there we go. We have 1 syllable card and we have the word he. Okay, now it's going to be your turn to practice and write this on yours. So now my next word is she. It's, right, how many syllables, 1 or 2 syllables, is the word she? Right, 1. So which spelling would I need to use that she? Am I going to put a Y at the end, E consonant E, or an E? Okay, let's tap it. I'm sorry, if I didn't say it was one syllable, it's one syllable. Let's tap it. Elbows up, ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Sh, E, she. Spell it. S-H-E. Write it. And yours should match mine now. Okay, so we have so far just one syllable words using that E for the long E spelling. Okay, our next word is Pete. It's right. How many syllables is Pete? 1 or 2? Pete. 1. Great work. I knew I couldn't trick you guys. So then, as I'm listening for the sound of E, Pete. Where does that happen? Does it happen at the end, in the middle, or at the end? Right, the middle. So I'm going to need an E consonant E. Let's get ready to tap Pete. 3, 2, 1. Eat, Pete. One syllable. Here we come. There we go. Let's spell it. P-E-T. Don't forget that silent E because we already said that. Go ahead and write it. If you forgot your capital letter, that is okay. Let's go ahead and practice another one. I'm going to actually give you what we call a nonsense word because, like I told you before, finding an E consonant E word was actually very tricky. Oop, and I just spilled the beans. So I'm actually going to give you a nonsense word. We're going to tap it. So if you're like, I've never heard of this, that's okay. The word is gream. It's right, gream. How many syllables, 1 or 2, are there in the word gream? Right, 1 syllable. So we said gream is 1 syllable. Which spelling do I need for gream? Do I need to use a Y, E consonant E, or E? Right, an E consonant E. So let's get ready to tap it. Gream. 3, 2, 1. G, R, E, M. Gream. Let's spell it. G, R, E, M, E. Don't forget that. You write it. And there is mine in my 1 syllable card. Okay, we have 2 more words we're going to do, and then it's going to be your time to shine on our Google form. Okay, our next word is gravy. How many syllables is gravy? You said 2. Great job. Gravy. So then, which spelling would I need for that long E sound? Y, E consonant E, or E? Right, Y. So because I have a 2-syllable word, let's go ahead and tap the first syllable. What is our first syllable in the word gravy? Right, gray, G, A. Let's spell it. G, R, A. Write it. Good. What in our second syllable in gravy is what? Right. V. Let's tap it. V. E. Okay. Let's spell it. V. Y. Write it. So syllable cards help us figure out where our syllables are and what spelling we're going to use. This next one is all you guys because I know you can do it. Our last word today is bunny. How many syllables is in the word bunny? Show me 1 or 2. Great, 2. So then what spelling for that long E do I need? Y, E consonant E, or E? You said Y, great job, because it is a 2-syllable word, okay? So there are 2-syllable cards. Let's tap out bunny. Elbows up, ready to go. 3, 2, 1. B-a-n-e, bunny. Let's spell it. B-U-N-Y. Something with that isn't sitting right with me. If it's a 2-syllable, that would mean bun would be the first syllable, and there would just be a Y in the second syllable, and that would be a Y sound. So then, what is our first syllable? Right, bun. And our second syllable is? Right, knee. So let's try something different. Our first syllable we know is bun. Easy peasy, let's tap that. B-a-n, bun. Spell it. B-U-N. Write it. So we have the first part of our word, bunny. And what do you hear in that second syllable? Right, knee. So then that means I would have 2 sounds, N-E. And we already know we're using Y at the end. So we would have which 2 letters in our second syllable? Right, and Y. You guys did a really, really great job today. Your next task is to go ahead and show what you know on that Google form. And I know all of you are going to get a perfect 100 because you can totally do this. Until next time, second grade. Bye-bye.